Hearst Castle, unsung heroes.
Hearst Castle. May I say who's calling? Thank you. I'll transfer you now. Hi, I'm Connie, a tour guide calling from Hearst Castle to introduce you to a couple of switchboard operators who worked for Mr. Hearst. Now, so remote was the castle's San Simeon location in its heyday of the 1920s and 30s that it might as well have been perched on an island in the Pacific. This made switchboard operators essential to keep everyone connected on the hilltop and with the outside world. And they enabled Mr. Hearst to manage the construction projects, coordinate the social events for his guests, and run his media empire remotely from home. The operators used a plug-in type PBX switchboard with 3 trunk lines and over 100 extensions that connected to at least 100 telephones on the hilltop. The switchboard was located in the telephone office, the estate's command center, that was also equipped with a teletype machine, a dictaphone, and a radio, call letters W6GOU. The switchboard operated 24/7 with operators covering the day and night shifts. In the 1930s, Eileen Rohrberg ran the Cambria Telephone Company in an office in her little house in nearby Cambria, where she routed calls for the whole community, including Hearst Castle. Later, she became an operator at the castle itself, working the 4 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift at about $1.50 an hour. Now, adjusted for inflation, that's about $22 an hour in the year 2020. She'd take Highway 1 along the coast to work, then drive gingerly up the winding 5-mile road to the top of the hill, watching out for Mr. Hearst's zoo animals that roamed the property. One day, a goat jumped right over her fender. But that wasn't as scary as her first day on the job. That day, the castle's elevator stopped working, with Mr. Hearst inside of it. Now, he called from the elevator phone, but Eileen had the switchboard plugged wrong and never got the call, leaving him stranded and yelling for help until someone finally heard him and came to the rescue. Maybe not heroic on Eileen's part, but at least she didn't get fired. In the 1940s, 18-year-old Grace Salacci Paletti's first job out of high school was working at the Cambria Telephone Company in Eileen Rohrberg's home. And she worked there for 3 years at $1.20 an hour, or $18 today. Not bad for a first job. The Salaccis were among many Swiss-Italian families from Switzerland who immigrated here on the central coast of California in the 19th century. Grace's family were dairy ranchers who settled in Cayucos in 1907, and that's where Grace was born, and they sold milk to the Harmony Valley Creamery in nearby Harmony. She and her 8 siblings went to a little schoolhouse on Villa Creek Road, and she graduated from Cambria Union High School that's still operating today. And in 1948, she would marry her ranch neighbor, William Paletti. Grace recalls that working the midnight to 8 a.m. shift was pretty boring. Only a couple calls would come in if she was lucky. You could easily listen in on calls on the switchboard, but of course, that was strictly forbidden. But one night, Grace just couldn't resist. and she overheard Mr. Hearst's longtime companion, film star Marion Davies, calling the limo driver to whisk her away from the castle to her Santa Monica beach house after a lover's spat with Mr. Hearst. And this was Grace's best kept secret until she gave her oral history to Hearst Castle in 2003. Please